Today our topic is array of data structure. Today we will learn the topic sparse matrix and its presentation. So, what is sparse matrix? In computer programming, a matrix can be defined with a two-dimensional array. Any array with m columns and n rows present a m into n matrix. There are be a situation in which a matrix contains more number of zero values than non-zero values. Such matrix is known as sparse matrix. See, for this matrix, m is the row value, that is 3, n is the column value, that is 5, and maximum number of elements are 0. So, this is an example of sparse matrix. So, a sparse matrix is a matrix in which maximum number of elements are 0. There is no precise definition of a matrix when it will be sparse, but one can apply common sense to recognize it. Now, sparse matrix representation. Representing a sparse matrix by a 2D array leads to a stage of lots of memory, as zeros in the matrix are of no use in most of the cases. See, many elements are 0. So, 0 means what? 0 means it is wastage of lots of memory. So, instead of storing zeros with non-zero elements, we only store non-zero elements. So, why this representation required? See, for storage, there are lesser number of non-zero elements than zeros, and thus lesser memory can be used to store only non-zero elements. And second one is computing time. Computing time can be saved by logically designing a data structure traversing only non-zero elements. Types of sparse matrix representation. Sparse matrix representations can be done in many ways. Following are two common representations. First one is array representation and linked list representation. Now we will learn array representation. In case of array representation, I am taking one table with 3 columns. First one is for row, second one is for column, and third one is for value. So, how many number of rows are there? It is 5. For this matrix, how many number of rows are there? It is 5. How many number of columns are there? It is 6. And how many number of non-zero values are there? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So, here the first row in the right side of the table, this row is filled with the values 5, 6 and 6, which indicates that it is a sparse matrix with 5 rows, 6 columns and 6 non-zero values. Now, see, for first row, there is one non-zero element, that is 9. So, what is the row number for 9? It is 0. It is 0th row. And what is the column number for 9? It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth column. And what is the value? It is 9. So, we can say the second row is filled with 0, 4 and 9, which indicates the non-zero value for 9. It is in 0th row and 4th column in the sparse matrix. In the same way, the remaining non-zero values also follow a similar pattern. So, for 8, it is first row, first column and value is 8. In this way, I am filling the remaining rows. So, this is our sparse matrix, and corresponding 3-tuple form is this. By using array, we can represent the 3-tuple form of this sparse matrix. Array of pointers. I have one series on C, where I have discussed what is pointer, what is array of pointers, what is pointer to an array, everything. You can consult that video first, then this topic will be more clear for you. So, what is array of pointers? First, see, I declare one two-dimensional array int a33. So, how many rows are there? 3. How many columns are there? 3. So, we can represent it in this way. This is first row, this is second row, and this is third row. And these are columns. So see A00, A01, A02, these are the index of the array. That is A00, A01, A02, A10, A11, 12, these are the index of the array. And this 1000, 1004, 1008, these are the address. Because integer takes how many bytes? 4 bytes. And 11, 22, 33, 44, these are the elements. So this is the representation of our two-dimensional array. We can think each individual row as one-dimensional array. And the first row initial address is stored in A0. Second row initial address is stored in A1. And third row initial address is stored in A2. So what is the value of A0? It is 1000. What is the value of A1? It is 1012. And what is the value of A2? It is 1024. Now think, what is the value of star A plus 0 whole star? Star A means 1000. 1000 plus 0 means 1000. Value at 1000, it is 11. Now, star A plus 1. Star A means what? 1000. Plus 1 means it is addition of pointers. So, plus 1 means it is the next index, because integer takes how many bytes? 4 bytes. So, it is 1000 plus 4, that is 1004. Value at 1004, it is 22. By the same logic, we get 33. Now, for this one, star A plus 3 into 1 plus 0 means what? Star A means 1000 plus 3 into 1 means 3, and integer takes 4 bytes. So 3 into 4, it is 12. So 1000 plus 12, it is 1012. Value at 1012, it is 44. By the same logic, we get 55 and 66 also. Now for this one, star A plus 3 into 2 plus 0. 3 into 2 means what? It is 6. 6 into integer takes 4 bytes. So 6 into 4, that is 24. So value at 1024, it is 77. By the same logic, we get 88 and 99. Now, coding to convert sparse matrix to three-tuple form. First, see the discussion. Now, coding to convert sparse matrix to three-tuple form. So this is our sparse matrix. It is, order of this matrix is 3 by 4. And this is our three-tuple form. For programming, I declare two-dimensional arrays. One is A1010 and another is B23. Because it is in three-tuple form, so number of columns are maximum 3. If the number of rows are m and number of columns are n, then see this chart. What is the value of star b plus 0 whole star? We already discussed. It is 3. What is the value of star b plus 1? It is 4. This 3 and this 4. And what is star b plus 2? It is 3. Now for next column, I multiply it in this way. Star b plus 3 into 1 plus 0 whole star. It is this 0. We already discussed how this calculation is done. Then it is 0 again and this is 2. And for the next row, it is 2. This is 2, 2, 1. So it is, after calculation, we get the value. It is 2 again and it is 1. And for next row, it is 2, it is 3 and it is also 3. Now see the coding. I declare one integer variable and I initialize that integer variable k by the value 1. And I start two for loop. One is for row, another is for column. So for this sparse matrix, how many rows are there? It is 3. How many columns are there? It is 4. So this for loop will execute 3 times and this for loop will execute 4 times. Now I have to check if the value is non-zero or not. If it is non-zero, then you have to store that non-zero element and also the row value and column value to this three-tuple form matrix. So first time, for this 2, this is non-zero element. K is 1, I equals to 0, j equals to 0. Check whether aij not equals to 0. It is 2. It is non-zero. So what you have to do? Star b plus 3 into k plus 0 whole star, it is I, that is 0. Star b plus 3 into k plus 1 whole star, it is j, that is 0, the column value. And star b plus 3 into k plus 2 whole star, it is the non-zero element, that is 2. Then I increase k for the next row. Now see, take another example for this one. What is row value? It is 2. What is column value? It is 2. What is the value of k now? It is 2. So I equals to 2, j equals to 2. Check a 2 2 not equals to 0. Yes, it is not 0. Then what you have to do? Star b plus 3 into 2 plus 0, because k value is 2, whole star equals to 2. Star b plus 3 into 2 plus 1 whole star, because k equals to 2, it is 2. And star b plus 3 into 2 plus 2 whole star, it is 1, that is this non-zero value. In this way, you have to complete these 3 rows. Now, another thing, what you have to do here, you have to give the row number, you have to give total number of rows, you have to give total number of columns, and here you have to write total number of non-zero elements. So, star b plus 0 whole star, it is m, that is total number of rows. Star b plus 1 whole star, it is n, that is total number of columns. Now see, what is the last value of k? It is, last time k is 3, then I increase k equals to 4. So last time value of k is 4. Now I have to write here number of non-zero elements. So it is star b plus 2 whole star, it is k minus 1, that is 4 minus 1, that is 3. So there are 3 numbers of non-zero elements. Now coding to convert sparse matrix to 3-tuple form. See the coding. So this is our coding. See here, two two-dimensional arrays are there. First A array is used to represent the sparse matrix and B array is used to represent the 3-tuple form. And this coding is for taking the input of sparse matrix. And this is the calculation how to represent sparse matrix in 3-tuple form. We already discussed, and I have to print that 3-tuple form. So this coding is for printing that 3-tuple form. So when we run our program, supply the row and column of the matrix, this sparse matrix, it is 3 and 4. So 3 and 4. Supply the elements. First row, it is 2 0 0 0. So 2 0 0 0. Next row, it is 0 0 0 0. Next row, it is 0 0 1 3. Now following is the required 3-tuple form. See, 3 4 3 0 0 2 2 2 1 and 2 3 3. So can we convert from 3-tuple form to the sparse matrix? Then what should be the coding? Think. Our next topic is coding to convert 3-tuple form to sparse matrix. First, see the discussion. Coding to convert 3-tuple form to sparse matrix. So 3-tuple form is given, I have to write corresponding sparse matrix. So I declare two integer arrays of size A23 because it is in 3-tuple form, so number of columns are 3, and another array is int B 40 40. It represents our sparse matrix. M be the total number of rows in 3-tuple form. So total number of rows in 3-tuple form are 4. So value of m is 4. I start two for loop, one for row, another for column. So what is the value of start a plus 0 whole star? It is 3. That is row number. And what is the value of star a plus 1 whole star? It is 4. That is the column number. So this loop will execute how many times? 3 times. And this loop will execute 4 times because our sparse matrix has 3 number of rows and 4 number of columns. Now we have to consider the value k, and k for loop is used for keep track of our sparse matrix row number. Means what? K loop will execute how many times? It is from 1 to m minus 1. M is 4, that is 4 minus 1, 3. So this loop will execute 3 times. Now see how many rows are there. It is 4. But first row is for total number of rows, total number of columns and total number of non-zero values. So I ignore this row. I start considering from the second row to the rest. So k equals to 1 means I start from the second row. Okay. So for first time, what is the value of k? K equals to 1. So what is the value of star a plus 3 into k plus 0 whole star? It is 0. In this way, star a plus 3 into k plus 1 whole star, it is 0. And this value is star a plus 3 into k plus 2 whole star, it is 2. So b0 0 is equals to 2. In this way, I have to place all non-zero values to this B matrix. But if I not equals to star A plus 3 into K plus 0 whole star or J not equals to star A plus 3 into K plus 1 whole star means if I not equals to either 0 or 2 or J not equals to either 0 or 2 or 3, then what you have to do? Remaining all places are 0. So Bij equals to 0. So remaining all places are 0. First time, what is the value of k? K equals to 1. Then star a plus 3 into k plus 0 whole star, what is the value of k is 1. So star a plus 3 into 1 plus 0 whole star, it is 0. So b, this value is, so it is b, this value is what? 0, 0. And then what is the value of star a plus 3 into 1 plus 1 whole star? It is k is 1, so it is 0. So b0 0 equals to what is the value of star a plus 3 into 1 plus 2 whole star? It is 2. So b0 0 is equals to 2. In this way, for the next row, it is b2 2 equals to 1. So for the next row, what is the value of k? For the next row, value of k is 2. So it is b22 equals to 1 because star a plus 3 into 2 plus 0 whole star, it is 2. Star a plus 3 into 2 plus 1 whole star, it is 2. And star a plus 3 into 2 plus 2 whole star, it is 1. In this way, for the last row, what is the value of k? K is 3. So star a plus 3 into 3 plus 0 whole star, it is 2. So B2 and star A plus 3 into 3 plus 1 whole star, it is 3. So B2 3 equals to star A plus 3 into 3 plus 2 whole star. The value of this is 3. So B2 3 equals to 3. Now all non-zero elements are placed in this array. Now remaining all places are, we have to fill remaining all places by 0. So if I not equals to star a plus 3 into k plus 0 whole star or j not equals to star a plus 3 into k plus 1 whole star, that is I not equals to this row number 0, 2 or 2 or j not equals to 0, 2 or 3, then you have to write Bij equals to 0. That is, if these row numbers or these column numbers are not matched, then those places are filled with 0. Now, coding to convert three-tuple form to sparse matrix. See the coding. So this is our program. In this program, I am using two two-dimensional arrays. One is A23 for representation of three-tuple form. Another is B4040 for representation of sparse matrix. Now take the input for the row number because we already know what is the column number in case of three-tuple form. It is 3. So take the input for the row number. It is M. Now start to for loop for taking the input for I equals to 0, I less than m, I plus plus, for j equals to 0, j less than 3 because it is in three tuple form, j plus plus, and take the value for aij. Now this calculation is already discussed and after that I have to print our whole sparse matrix. So when we run our program, supply the row of the input matrix. It is in 3-tuple form. Only I have to give the row number because column number is already known. So row numbers are 4. Supply the elements of the input matrix. It is 3, 4, 3, 0, 0, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. So following is the sparse matrix. It is, see, this one. Linked representation of sparse matrix. So this is our sparse matrix. Corresponding linked representation is this. See, in this table there are 5 columns. First column is for info, means see, you have to write all non-zero elements here. Now second column is for row number and third is for column number, means 70 is in first row and second column. 10 is in second row and first column. In this way, you have to write all row number and column number. And this is for row link and this is for column link. And this is column header and this is row header. Now see, 10 and 20 are in same row, so there is one row link. 10 and 90 are in same row, so there is one row link from 10 to 90 for column. 20 and 50 are in same column, so there is one column link from 20 to 50. And 50 and 10 are in same column, so there is one column link from 50 to 10. And remaining all places are null. Now see, for column header, this is in column number 2 and this is in column number 1. So there is a link from 1 to 1. This is in column number 2. So there is a link from 2 to 2. And this is in column number 3. So there is a link from 3 to 3. And also I start another link from here to here because it is also in column number 3. It is also in column number 3. So I have to connect or I have to create another link from here to here. And this is in column number 5. So I have to connect by one link. Now for row. This is row number 1. So create one link. This is row number 2. Create another link. This is also in row number 2. So there is a one link from 2 to 2. This is in row number 3. So create another link. This is in row number 4. So create another link. And this is also 4. There is a link from 4 to 4. So in this way, you can represent a sparse matrix by linked representation. So this is your programming assignment. Write a C program to convert sparse matrix to 3-tuple form or to convert 3-tuple form to sparse matrix. For getting more and more updates, please like, share and subscribe my channel. That's all for today. Thank you.